good to be back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I just quickly want to say thank you to everyone that has been leaving very positive comments on the last video I uploaded, and that video is basically us moving into the new place. I really appreciate it. That being said though, it's good to be back. I'm happy to get back into doing videos in my own space. I'm pretty hyped about that. It's something I'm not really used to, having my own space to work in. It's still kind of weird, and to be honest, I haven't really done much video or car related stuff just because I've been so busy with the new move. So this is a pretty neat video, and the reason for that is it's actually a sponsored video. Inside this box right here, we have some parts that is for our STi right behind us. Now, the company that did reach out to us is CarTrimHome, and if you're like me, I have never heard of them before. And the reason for that is they're really big in the Toyota market, so like the RAV4 and the 4Runner. They pretty much have that market like under wrap. So I'm assuming they're starting to get into the Subaru market, and they wanted someone to show their products. If there's something I ever show on the channel, or I promote on the channel, or even I put on my car, it is something I would only personally use or personally put on my car. I don't ever plan on putting something on my car or promoting something that is junk, in my opinion. And if you don't believe me, go watch the video on these carbon fiber fender caps right there. Now, that being said, I do like the part, I like how they look, but the install process, it was a little brutal. I was completely honest there. But some of the parts they do offer that is on the STi, I'll actually show you right now. There's actually quite a few. You can get this in both the fog and non-fog version. You can get this right here. Also this. You can also get this and this. And if you wanted to go back to an OEM style shift knob, they have this as well. So I feel like I'm missing a few things, but that just shows you right there that I actually have a pretty decent catalog because I have a lot of the parts they offer. So if there's any of those parts that you already like that I have on the STi, or if the parts that I'm about to unbox that you like, click the link down below. They'll bring you to their site. It'll show you their full Subaru catalog. Also, I'll have a discount code, let's say right here for you guys. Use that code to get 10% off. So that's not bad. Let's go ahead, open the box, and show you guys what I got. So it's not a fancy box, but honestly, that does not matter to me. It's gonna go in recycling anyways. So the first thing I got, which I was looking at getting for a while, but I was kind of on the fence about it, is a carbon fiber shift knob. You can see it's real carbon, and it looks pretty nice, I have to admit. And actually, it has a decent weight to it. It was heavier than I expected, I will admit. The only thing I'm not sure about is the printing. I'm not sure how long that will last over time, but there's really only one way to tell. Just how it feels. There is a bit of a texture to it, so they may have put like a clear coat or a gel coat on top of the numbers, so it may last quite a while. So that's pretty sweet. I'm pretty hyped about this. I've been on the fence about swapping out my shift knob for a while just because I do really like the OEM one, but this one is pretty clean, I gotta say. And the other thing, I've looked at this for a while, but I never committed to it. And these are just kind of like stick-on covers, but they are real carbon fiber. And it's for the interior, and some may will know by now what it is, but it is actually your AC vent covers for the dash. And that is pretty sweet. So this part actually comes in two finishes. It comes in a matte finish and a gloss finish. I opt out for the gloss just because everything else in my car is gloss. And obviously it comes with a left and a right, or a driver and a passenger. I think it will look pretty sweet. Quality looks pretty good, pretty much what I would expect from a carbon cover. So I'm thinking we go ahead and give it a test fit. So actually, one thing really quick I might do is I might trim down that bit of 3M tape right there, just so, yeah, you can barely see it poking up from the side. The camera can't even pick it up. But other than that, that's not a big deal. So let me trim that, and then we can test fit these in the car. All right, so we are all trimmed up. Just a smidge was taken off there. We're good to give it a test fit. So something you guys got to keep in mind with these covers is they are never 100% perfect fitment. But honestly, that ain't too bad. That is not too bad at all. There's a little bit of a gap there. That's nothing I'd really lose some sleep on. We'll just have to be really precise with this when we put it on. Everything else is super tight. It actually matches the cover right here. in there that I already have pretty well, and even with the carbon wheel, it's gonna look really sick. Let me check the other side real quick. And over here, how are we looking? Pretty good. Honestly, I think this side fits better than the other side. Something you have to keep in mind with carbon covers, and even this cover that I installed, I want to say a year or two ago, this one didn't fit quite right. It was actually too long, and I actually had to sand down this side. So I managed to get it on there pretty good, and you can see it does have a little bit of play. But at the end of the day, it's not a full replacement part, just like this one right here. So it's never a guaranteed 100% fit, but you know what? For a cover, this ain't too bad whatsoever. I'm actually pretty hyped about this. This fits pretty well. I'm thinking we go ahead and get these installed. That looks pretty sweet, guys. I am pretty stoked about that. And I would close the door, but I can't fully close it because I got my light in here just so you guys can see what's going on. It's one of those things where I guess if you didn't own the car, you wouldn't know this was a non-factory option, which I'm always huge about. I'm always huge about OEM Plus mods. And please don't mind the dryer sheets. The car is stored for winter. I guess what I like to do is kind of keep what's there, but add on to it. So not really just adding a bunch of junk, but kind of keeping it look like it's always kind of meant to be there, like it's a factory option, which I'm always huge about. Like even this, like yes, obviously this is not factory, but you know, if you didn't know, you would look at this and be like, oh wow, this looks really good. This looks OEM, you know? So I love it. I love OEM Plus style mods. I think it's really sweet. And honestly, fit and finish so far, I think it's really good. So I'm hyped to actually drive the car around and see this every day. So I do love doing interior mods to cars, obviously because you're driving in it every day, so you get to see it. But filming it, I absolutely hate. There's just always something about it that's a pain in the ass to do, whether it's the lighting or it's just the position of the camera and stuff. But honestly, like, I like it. I want to do more interior mods. I think it's pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and move on to the shift knob and we will be done. Actually, this one's starting to get worn out, so it's probably a good thing we got a new one. Well, I guess we leave the easy one for last, and these are usually pretty easy. I can't get it. Yeah, she's pretty tight. Now, I wonder weight-wise, how does this compare to the new one? Okay. I think OEM is slightly heavier. One of the things I liked about the OEM one is the weight to it and the feel. So I'm happy that this one does have a weight. I do wish it was a little heavier, but honestly, it's not too bad. And luckily, it's a pretty easy install. Make sure it's straight. Yeah, that's not too bad. Honestly, not too bad. I kind of dig it. It's nice. And even like the reverse lockout, it's not like a crazy, it's not a crazy like height. Like it still feels within spec, I guess you could say. So it's pretty easy to like shift, you know, go to neutral and then go to your reverse. So feels natural, in case you guys were wondering. So like I said, I'll leave this on for a while. I do actually want to drive it around and experience it and see what it feels like. Unfortunately, that's going to have to wait. It's not going to happen in this video just because this thing is stored for winter. But this one was getting pretty worn, so it's kind of a good time to swap it out. One last look at the car. It's looking pretty good, if I say so myself. and that is the install. It's actually pretty nice doing something that's pretty plug and play. You just kind of slap it in and it goes by pretty quick. Now, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy my in-depth modifications or the custom modifications that take a while and really has your personal touch. But I do love every now and then doing a mod where you just literally take off some tape, slap it on. It frees up your weekend, you know? So I actually did enjoy that very much. It's nice doing something where you don't really, you know, have to plan out your whole day and get into your car and just pull out all the tools. So that was nice. If you guys like the parts that were installed, remember to check the link down below. You'll even see some of the parts that I did not install in this video in that link, so check it out. Another thing is, I do know Christmas literally was just around the corner, so if carbon fiber is not in your budget, they also do offer more affordable options like ABS with the carbon fiber print on it. So if that's up your alley, you know, go for it. They actually have a lot of parts for the interior for this car, so give it a check. And remember, use my code, it'll save you guys 10%. And why not save some money? So if you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and take it easy.